Works.
Oh, yeah, I just got a notification that it's live on Facebook now.
Oh, you did? Okay, perfect.
I can see it on Zoom.
Awesome. Okay. Mine says live on Facebook. Okay. You're live. Hello, everybody. Thank you guys so much for bearing with us while we got some technical difficulties out of the way with Zoom. We are so glad that you guys are here. We have been really looking forward to this talk that Marilee is going to be doing. So bit of background. So we're going to be doing the talk on finding ways to earn extra money right now, which is so important with what we have going on with the pandemic and people losing their jobs. And I think everybody would love to learn about new ways to earn more money. And also not only that, but side hustles that are actually booming right now, that are having really great results for people who are trying them. So that is what Marilee is with us for today. She's going to be talking all about that. She is so great when it comes to finding these side hustles and finding really fun and creative ways to earn more money. Now, if you guys are new, thank you guys so much for being in this group. It really means so much to me. And if you are new and you aren't familiar with who I am, my name is Kendall, and I am a mindset and money coach. And I help women transform their relationship with money so that they can start to reach those big money goals that they have, whether that is paying off debt, building their savings, increasing their income. And I absolutely love what I do. And I love helping you guys in here in this group for free, and I just can't get enough of it. So I'm really glad that you guys are here. Thank you so much. And my guest with me today is Marilee from Easy Budget. And I am going to kind of let you tell us a little bit about yourself. You have a really amazing story. So I want everybody to hear that story too. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thanks, Kendall. I'm so excited to be here. I love talking about money too, because it affects every single part of our lives. And the better handle we can have on it, the more we can make our lives be the way that we want it to be. And it's really rewarding. So a little bit of background about me and why I'm the one that's going to be giving this talk today. I've been side hustling pretty much my entire life from the time I was 12 years old. Started babysitting when I was in college. I worked a part-time job as well as donating plasma whenever I needed cash for groceries, and I was working my way through college. Then I worked full-time until I became a mom. After I became a mom, we always needed extra money because we were in college and really poor. So I nannied professionally, and I also found a really cool gig through a friend where I was working for their appraisal company. And I was able to bring in about $500 to $800 a month on the side for my little family. And that's huge when you have no money. So, and then of course I started Easy Budget several years ago, and that's my current side hustle / business. So I've been doing it for years, and I'm really passionate about it because bringing in extra money, especially through a side hustle, meaning it's not your main job, it's a really great way to hit goals faster. So if your goal is to pay off debt, it's going to help you do that faster. If your goal is to save, it's going to help you do that faster. Earning extra money helps us just get way ahead where we could with just our primary income alone. So I'm really passionate about it. And as far as my own family, we were able to pay off over $70,000 of debt in just a few years. My husband's income is the primary income for our family. We have 3 kids, but I was working on the side hustling the entire time and throwing every single dollar of it at our debt. And that's allowed us to get to where we are today without any debt and working really hard on savings. So I'm very passionate about how bringing in extra money can help our families.
That's so good. And so I've been following along with you kind of, I feel like since the beginning.
Yeah, I remember when you had Owen, so it's been a while. Yeah.
That we've been following each other. And I want to kind of bring this up too, because I think a lot of people think like if you don't do the perfect steps to paying off debt, then you're doing it wrong. And I want to point out that that's not even the case at all. Like we all have our own journeys. And I know that you guys had your own journeys. You didn't stick with the, like the Dave Ramsey followers are very like, save the emergency fund, pay off the debt, can't buy a home, you can't go on vacations, but you guys did those things, right? You guys actually bought a house while you were on your debt-free journey.
One of the things I find is that when people get started, especially if their start is with Dave Ramsey, they tend to be really dogmatic and strict. But then as time goes on, you become more experienced and you start to learn ways that you can do things better, and you develop the confidence to do them because you're more experienced over time. So yeah, we bought a house, which was totally the right decision for our family. We were making a big move. We decided to keep investing while we were paying off our debt, and a couple other similar things like that. And I don't regret it at all. It was definitely the right choice for us. And I felt like we knew what we were doing when we decided to do that. And yeah, no regrets.
Yeah, that's so good. And I love that. I love that you didn't put your entire life on hold to pay off all of this debt.
Yeah. I was just thinking before we logged on here how the time that people are spending paying off debt, those are years of your life. You have to enjoy them and live them. They're not just like pause life for 3 years. You have to live. That doesn't have to cost a lot of money, but you have to live during those years too. That's your life. So
yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. Awesome. Okay, well, I want to tell everybody on here, if you have a question, maybe it would be helpful. So we are on Zoom. We're going to kind of try to toggle back and forth between our phones to keep up with comments and everything on Facebook, because we actually can't see them come through right now on the Zoom that we're on, the Zoom call that we're on. But if you have a question, I think it might be a really good idea to like write question in all caps. That way, if we're scrolling through comments, we can like easily identify what the questions are so that we don't miss your comment on Facebook. That would be really helpful for us. Or if you want to just hold your questions till the end, we'll kind of leave it open for, 5-10 minutes to see if anybody has any questions or needs any clarification on anything that we're kind of talking about today. So let's get to it. Marilee, what do you have for us today?
I'm so excited. So hopefully everybody that's on right now was able to hear the beginning, but I'm very passionate about side hustling. I think earning extra money is a fantastic way to help you reach your goals faster. So today I'm going to be going over a few side hustles that are doing really well right now. So obviously there are some side hustles right now that have kind of tanked because people are like, maybe if you were a birthday party person and you did entertainment for birthday parties, well, that's not doing well right now because people are not hosting big birthday parties anymore right now. So there are other side hustles that are doing very well right now, and those are the things we're going to be talking about today. So a lot of these are things that you can do from home, but some of them are things that you'll need to be out and about doing. So obviously not every idea will apply to you if you have children. Some of them might be tricky if they're outside the home. Not impossible, but just tricky. And if you don't have any children, then a lot of these might be possibilities for you. So we'll just dive into going through some of these options. And I think, Kendall, do you have a link to this? Things that I'll be going over that people can click on if they want to follow along with me, or click on any links to start checking stuff out?
Yes, I just put that in the comments. So if anybody just wants to check the comments, you can follow along with Marilee.
Okay, so Kendall just posted a Google Doc, which I created, and that has everything I'm going to be talking about right now. I think I'm looking at the wrong spot. Do I need to be looking at this button?
Yeah, you can look wherever you want.
Oh my gosh, this is so weird. I'm like looking at myself and I'm totally looking to the side. But yeah, it's very weird. Okay, I don't know what to look at. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so let's go over a few of these and follow along with that Google Doc that Kendall just put in the comments if you want to click on links and see some of the websites that I'm going to be talking about. And Kendall, should I spend like 10 minutes on this?
Yeah, however you need to like thoroughly explain it, go for it.
If people have more questions about any of the things I'm talking about, you just let me know and I will answer them, Okay, so one thing that's doing really well right now is reselling. So reselling is when you either use items that you have in your house that you no longer use anymore, or you go source items from like Goodwill or Salvation Army that are really good items that people simply didn't want anymore, and you make them look beautiful and you take great pictures of them and you list them on websites like Mercari, Poshmark, and eBay and make a profit on them. There are people that do this and make thousands of dollars. It just depends on how many products you get, how good of products you get, and how well you take photos and mark them up to sell them. But this is something that a lot of people are loving right now because a lot of people are shopping online for clothes right now instead of going into stores. So
So good. Actually, I just want to interject that. So my mother-in-law does this. She goes out and she sources items like at garage sales and thrift stores and stuff like that.
I love sales. Great idea.
Takes beautiful pictures of them, sells them on eBay. She just had her highest income month last month. In quarantine, it's amazing.
It's amazing. So it's totally booming right now. I had several people on my own Instagram tell me that their reselling businesses have been going really well. If I didn't do the current one that I wasn't doing right now, I would love this because I love to shop, but you can't keep everything. So it's like, this is perfect for you if you just like going to the store and like getting stuff, but then you need to get rid of it and make some money. So this is a great one. And if you're interested in this one, you can find tons of articles on Pinterest and YouTube videos on how to be a really good reseller. It's a whole world. So it's a great one to get into, and it's, I think, fun. So that's the first one. Okay, the next one is teaching English to kids in China via an online platform. So there's several, but two of the main ones I know of are called VIP Kid and Education First. And both of these are well-established companies, very good, strong companies. I've worked with VIP Kid myself professionally, and they are solid. So if you want to work for these companies, what it is you will be teaching English to kids in China online on a webcam, just like we're doing right now. You don't have to know Chinese. They provide all the curriculum for you, and basically you choose the hours that you want to work, and you get paid up to about $20 an hour for doing this. You do have to have a bachelor's degree for this one, but it can be any degree. It doesn't have to be a teaching degree. And everybody I've ever talked to about this loves it and has loved doing it. Funky hours, because sometimes it's really early in the morning or really late at night to match up with China time, but that's actually really convenient if you have a full-time job or you have kids. So this is a great side hustle. You can make several $100s a month. It's very consistent, and people just generally love this one. So
love that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, number 3 is donating plasma. Now, I have done this. This is not for everybody. You have to pass a health screening. I don't even know what they're doing right now because of the Rona. I honestly don't know. But I do know that they still need plasma. Plasma is used in all kinds of research and also in helping heal certain diseases. So obviously, if there's an increase in medical issues like we're having right now in May of 2020, then the need for plasma is probably going to go up. So if you're healthy, what was that, Kendall?
What does that all entail?
Okay, so I did this in college, you guys. It's such good money, but it's weird. You got to go into these plasma centers. They test you and make sure that you have like enough iron and that you're not diseased. I don't know. They check something. And then they hook you up to this machine, poke you with a big needle. I still have scars on my arm right here. Hey, I needed the money, okay? So it was all good. And they suck your blood into it, and then it separates the blood from your plasma, and then they pump the blood without the plasma back into you, and they pay you for it. So you can make like $20 to $40 for each donation, which takes about 2 hours. And they give you extra incentives if you go more often. So if you go twice in a week, they'll give you like another bonus. So it's a great way to make really quick cash, no strings attached. You go once and never go back. You can go twice a week for the rest of your life.
Wow.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's awesome. And so you just look up plasma centers in my area, and that's how you find out where the plasma centers in your area are. So
interesting.
Yeah, that's a fun one, and everybody should do it at least once in their life if you can pass the health screening, because
just
did it because it's cool. Yeah, it's cool. Okay, so next one is transcribing. So transcribing, this one is tricky because there's like 1,000,001 transcribing opportunities online, and some of them are very scammy. And so it can sometimes feel impossible to find a real solid transcription company. I listed out a few for you on this sheet that are legit. I only put 4 on there that are legit, so you don't have to go through like 6,000 different transcription opportunities. But these are all websites where basically you just click on them, you apply to be a transcriber, and if you get accepted, they will take you on their team, and then they send you materials like video materials, audio materials from businesses and doctors and all sorts of things, and you just type it out, transcribe it, and you'll kind of get paid like per thing that you complete. So you can make, I think, maybe $10 to $12 an hour transcribing through these companies. So I've listed on here Rev, which is one I know really well, Scribey, Transcribe Me, and Daily Transcription. So those are a few you can try. Some of them have wait lists, like you'll try and click, apply now, and it'll say, sorry, we're full. But if you get in at the right time, then you can be accepted. I have talked to my own personal followers who have been accepted to work for Rev, and they love it, and it's been going really well for them. So
yeah. So what should we look out for with like these spammy companies, just to make sure like we are not getting scammed?
Yeah, great question.
Red flags that we should look out for.
If you just get weird vibes, when you hop on a website and it like things are spelled wrong, there's typos, or it looks like it might be offshore, like in a different country, and there's just like language issues, I would avoid those things like the plague. Anything that asks you for like your financial information through a non-legit source, hopefully you want it to be hooking you up through PayPal or something else like that. That's a money transfer system that's well known like that.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
Great. I love these.
Okay. So next is simply working a part-time job. So somebody told me pizza delivery is super hot right now. That's not for everybody, but there are other part-time jobs that are doing really well right now. Anything that has to do with like food delivery or grocery stores and those types of stores, Home Depot and Lowe's, those places that have stayed open. The people that have stayed open are busy, very busy right now. And a lot of them are hiring part-time help. So you can definitely pick up part-time work at some of those places. It gets trickier if you have kids like Kendall and I do, but it's definitely a possibility. And so all you have to do is reach out and make it happen. So yeah.
I love that, because I know that I have heard from a lot of people that, they are being a little bit closed-minded where, nobody's hiring. And it's like, no, actually there are lots and lots of people hiring right now, because the businesses that have been closed obviously increases the demand for the businesses that have stayed open.
Yes.
And businesses need help.
Yes, absolutely. So you do have to kind of be a little bit open-minded. A lot of places have closed down and it is very frustrating, but a lot of other places are needing extra help. So putting yourself out there and trying to work your way into those opportunities ruthlessly, that's the way to do it. So yeah.
Love that.
So next one is working remote customer service. So this one is probably one of the trickier ones to get into, but it's really cool if you want to do customer service, but you need to do it from home. So I linked a little article for you guys from a website that I really love. I'm going to share that in a second. That has different remote customer service opportunities. So places like Apple and there's like a United Health Group insurance company that hire people from home to do some of their customer service. So you'll find some of those links in that article. I'm not going to go into super detail on them right now because you have to go through the hiring process with those companies through that portal. So if you click that link on the little form, if you're just joining us, Kendall posted a link in the comments, you'll see at the beginning, to a Google Doc that I am reading off of right now. And it has the link you can click on to these places I'm talking about right now. Okay. Now, the last one, this is the big one that I want to talk about right now, and that is food delivery services. These are the ones that are booming, hopping, crazy right now. They need a lot of help, and people are making a lot of money on them. It's hard work, but you can definitely make money. So food delivery, what I'm talking about is Shipt, Postmates, Instacart, and DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, all these different places. What they do is you sign up to be a driver, you have to pass their initial screenings, and then people order through their apps, either groceries or take out food or just items from good old stores like Target, and you go do the shopping for them and then bring it to their house and you get paid. So I talked with several of my followers recently on Instagram that do these specific food delivery side hustles, and they said that they were able to make $27 to $30 per delivery. So each delivery, I'm guessing it varies because you actually get paid based on the cost of their order. So it's like a percentage of the order. So the bigger orders you'll make more money for, but it averages out to about $27 to $30 per order. So I imagine each order is going to take an hour to an hour and a half, possibly 2 hours if it's a really long one. But you might make more money for those kinds.
You work
Sorry,
like an 8-hour day.
oh, say that again?
If you work like an 8-hour day doing
Oh, yeah. Yes. So if you're working lots of hours, then you'll just be able to rack up the money. So this one girl I was talking to just the other day, she told me that she knows people that are making thousands of dollars. They have to put more hours in, obviously. Real quick to go into those in case any of you guys are interested in doing those. Each one is a little bit different. Postmates is an app that does food delivery, grocery delivery, and like just regular store household items. Instacart is mainly groceries, and then Grubhub and Uber Eats and those ones are like takeout delivery. So each one is a little bit different in what they deliver, and each one operates better in different areas. So for example, you might want to go apply to deliver for Uber Eats, but you find that Uber Eats doesn't really serve your area, but Grubhub is the one that works better in your area that more people use. So you just have to look at all of them and see which one is more relevant in your area, which one people are using more. I've even heard people saying that they do it with their partner, so they work together so they can get it done faster. One person takes the orders and the other person does the driving. I've even heard people saying that they bring their kids with them, with their partner. Obviously, you don't want to be leaving kids taking kids around in the store with you or leaving kids in the car when you're making a home delivery. But they're like, yeah, they just pack everybody in the car and one person stays in the car with the kids and the other person can be doing that out and about stuff. So if you get creative, you can make it happen. So yeah, so that's a huge one that's booming right now, obviously, because people are wanting to order in food, and everybody that's usually picking up food on their way home from work is not driving home from work right now, but they still don't want to cook. So they're ordering from these sites, and a lot of people just don't want to go into the store because it's a headache and it gives them anxiety. And so they're just ordering through Shipt or Postmates. So this is booming. And if you need to make extra money and you have a car and the time and the ability to make this one work, this is a great thing to get into right now. You can be making money tomorrow with this side hustle.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, okay, so let's see. I wanna make sure that I'm not taking way too much time because that's what I do. Okay, I'm good. Okay, so those are all side hustles you can do right now that are with already established companies. These are companies you don't have to do any freelancing. You don't have to start your own business. These are businesses that are already up and running and ready to go, and you just join them and start working for them. Another great way to make money is to freelance. So, but for a lot of people, freelancing is like, I don't know if that's for me, especially if you just need some quick cash. But there are some great freelancing opportunities. And if you want to be a freelancer of any kind, that just means that you have to learn how to do something really well and then market the heck out of it. So you got to learn a skill and then just learn how to make money with it. You got to market the heck out of it and make people want your product or service. So there's a couple great ones right now. One being childcare and babysitting. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for this because social distancing, but listen, people have jobs and they have kids and they need help with their kids. That's just a thing. Okay, I didn't make that up. So that's real. People need help with their kids. So if you're willing to babysit or you have time, even if you have kids at home and you can take on one other kid, maybe somebody's daycare has closed and they're needing childcare right now so that they can keep going to their job, you can just open up a little gig, say, hey, I will do some babysitting. It's instant money. So that's a great one. Another one is blogging and online marketing. You can start making money on Instagram or with a website as soon as you have any amount of followers and any kind of product to sell. This one does take a lot more time to get going generally unless you already have a following, but this is one of those ones that can typically grow over time and blossom into something bigger. So
definitely. And I do want to point out that I think what holds a lot of people back from doing these types of freelance work or their own business like blogging is because they think they have to have like this huge social media following in order to make money, when it's actually not the case. I've heard of many examples of people who have made lots of money with, less than 1,000 people on their email list and following them on their Instagram. And so I wouldn't want that to deter somebody from starting their own business.
Absolutely. And just like what you said, the only thing that you need is people that care about what you do, that like you and trust you. and something to offer them. It doesn't even have to be your own product. It could be like, hey, I'm really good at fashion, I'm stylish, check out this new shirt I bought, here's an affiliate link, and then people can click on that and you can make a little portion of it, even with just an Instagram and a follower. So that's a great place to start if you're interested in growing that. It's also very, very fun. So that one does take a little bit of time to sometimes get some momentum going on, but the potential is completely unlimited. So that's attractive for some people and also totally freaky for some people. So,
but I love that the potential is unlimited. Like, yeah. I love that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then I also mentioned flipping items. This is another one. I already mentioned it, like as working for another type of company. Like if you wanted to flip items and sell them on Poshmark, you can also be flipping items on something as simple as Facebook Marketplace. So, do you follow, I don't know if you follow Whitney Hansen. She's so cool. She just buys like junky pieces that have so much potential off Facebook Marketplace. She fixes them up, takes a couple hours to make them look nice, and she just resells them at a huge markup, and she makes money that way. That's so brilliant. I love that. And that's a quick way that you can start making money right now. It takes a little bit of time, creativity, maybe a little space in your house, but it's fun. And if you create great things, you know that they're going to sell. So that's a really fun one.
I love that.
Okay. And I think I have just a couple more things that are really popular right now that would kind of be freelancing type gigs. You would have to kind of build up your own business and learn the ropes on how to do it on your own. Things like bookkeeping for small businesses and being like a virtual assistant for a small online business, like a blogger, like me or Kendall. You know, we hire people when we need help with things. And so those are great opportunities right now. Online businesses are just booming, period. They're still booming right now, even during this crazy pandemic time, and they need help. So if you have a skill and you're good at something and you reach out to them and say, hey, I have this skill, do you need help? They probably need help. So
yeah, and I just want to include that, like, when people say skills, they might think like, oh, like I don't have any like skills, like marketable skills. It's like, literally, if you are good at keeping your inbox clean, that is a skill that people want to hire you for. And I'm not even kidding.
So true.
Bloggers.
I used to think I didn't have any skills and I wasn't good at anything. I just didn't realize what my talents were, like being organized and following through with assignments, like things as simple as that make you a good worker, and people want people that can do that. So if you can do that, you can work for a small business. So yeah. Okay, so I think that's all for like the main ones that I wanted to cover, but I wanted to talk, don't leave yet, because I want to tell you guys some really cool, I want to give you a challenge on something that you can do that I think can really help you. And I'm going to tell you a story on how this helped me land my side hustle gig that I did for 2 years. And I earned $500 to $800 per month working during my kids' nap times with this side hustle. So wait until I'm going to tell that story in just a second. So I put two different websites here. One of them is called flexjobs.com and the other one's called ratracerebellion.com. Those are both websites that offer like different side hustles and work from home gigs. And those are both really legit sites. So if you just want to scan through a whole bunch of different side hustle listings, then those are both great websites to look at to see if there's any open positions available at any kind of existing company, kind of like some of the ones I already mentioned. Okay.
So up until, with all of these that you had just mentioned, are there any like startup costs associated with any of these?
That's a good question. No, all of these are things that you can just get going on right now. They're not going to require any startup costs, with the exception of potentially blogging. But blogging is like one of the only ones that has a startup cost, like paying for your website hosting and getting your website built. All of the rest of them, there's no startup costs. You just start working in a lot of them. You can just start making money tomorrow. So very, very easy. And that's really important with a side hustle because it's not a job. You don't want to be investing a bunch of money and time into it necessarily. You want to be able to start making money right now because you don't know how long you're going to be doing it for. That's kind of what a side hustle is. It's money on the side that should be very flexible and at your own, in your timing, basically. So
love that.
Okay. So I'm just gonna check here and see if there's any comments. Okay, so I wanna tell you guys how I landed that side hustle, and I wanna extend a challenge to you guys. So back in, this must have been like 2015, I was nannying, pregnant, I had a kid, and I was desperate to find a great work from home job that I could do. So what I did was I posted it on my Facebook. I said, hey friends, I'm looking for a great work from home opportunity. I have kids. If you know of anything, will you please let me know? I think I also mentioned, hey, I'm not interested in any MLMs or anything like that. So, don't send me any DMs, because that's just not what I'm looking for. But if anybody knows of anything, let me know. At first I didn't hear anything, but then a couple months later, one of my friends called me and she's like, hey, I saw that post that you made a couple of months ago, and my dad has this appraisal company and he needs somebody that can help do paperwork. So basically what I was doing was, he was an appraiser and he would do residential home appraisals, and I would do I entered all the data on the appraisals that was really simple stuff that the appraiser didn't need to do. That was just time consuming. So it was basically like research and data entry. And I did that for 2 years during my kids' nap times, and I was able to earn $500 to $800 a month doing it. It was fantastic. Now, this is a small business opportunity. He didn't have any listings on any of these websites. He wasn't actively looking for people necessarily, but because I said, I'm eager to work and I need a side hustle, somebody said, ooh, look, there's a person that wants money and really wants to work, and we probably have some work for you to do. So my challenge to you is, if none of these options that I've talked about so far seemed interesting or practical to you, post on your Facebook or your favorite social media platform and let your friends know that you're eager to work, you're looking for opportunities, and that if they have any ideas or things that you could do, or they have a business that they need help with, to please reach out to you. And you will be surprised at who will reach out to you. You may not even know the small businesses that your friends are running that they need help with. And you can find great gigs this way. So I challenge you, if you're looking for a side hustle, which you probably are if you're on this live, to post on your Facebook and just let them know. If you're not looking for any kind of MLM, just say, hey, I'm not looking for that. But anything else, let me know. If you have any specific skills or limitations, like you have children and you need to be able to work from home, just say that. People are always looking for eager, good workers who are hungry to make some money. So that's my challenge for you guys today, is to look into some of these opportunities and post on your Facebook, letting people know that you're looking for work, for a side hustle opportunity, and see what opportunities manifest themselves and come your way.
I love that so much, because it's so true. Like, you never know who could be looking for help, and you never know like the really fun opportunities that you could be missing out on if you don't do this challenge.
Yeah, and I think they tend to be better too, because they're going to be more personal, and you'll know they're real because you know the person that's offering it to you. You don't have to worry about going through any kind of application process that seems scammy, or you have to jump through all these hoops. Yep, you kind of avoid all that. So it's pretty much the most legit way to get a great side hustle, in my opinion.
I think so too. And I want to ask you this question. So if you were starting from scratch, like starting from scratch tomorrow with your same schedule, your same circumstances, kids, husband, the whole thing, what would be the first thing that you would try to make extra?
This is so hard, because honestly, all of them excite me so much. They seem so fun. I would probably do VIP Kid. And that's because I do enjoy teaching. I like consistency. And so that's one where you work the hours, you get paid. You're basically an employee, but you're remote, and I enjoy that. And it has early morning and late night hours, and that would be really convenient for me because I'm a full-time mom during the day. So I would definitely be looking into VIP Kid. That's a really good one that you make pretty good money on. So yeah, and if not that one, like if I didn't have a bachelor's degree, which I do, then I would probably do, I don't know, reselling. Reselling sounds so fun.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy, but I think I do like to shop. So I think that would be fun.
Yeah, you would actually be shopping for your job.
Yeah.
You're going shopping, selling things to make money. That's a really fun job.
Seems legit.
That's legit. Okay, well, I love that. Thank you so much for telling us about all of these side hustles, especially the ones that are booming right now, because I know so many people are going to find this valuable, and that extra money that they can make by doing these that they didn't know before. I didn't know a lot of these websites before. So I'm really glad that you gave us that outline that we posted in the comments. Make sure you look at that. Any of the side hustles that Marilee just spoke about and that she mentioned, the websites, it's all in that document. So make sure you guys click on that because that's where you can get everything that she just referenced. So, okay, I love that. We have the challenge going on. Perfect. So where can, actually, let me circle back to see if there's any questions on the live video. I know that there is a delay on everything, so I'm not sure if any questions are coming through. I'm not seeing any. We'll give that a little bit of extra time, but tell us, Marilee, where we can find you on all the things, because I know everyone is going to want to follow you.
Thanks. So you can find me on Instagram is where I'm the most active, and my handle is @easy_budget. And you can also find me on my website, easybudgetblog.com. So those are the main places to find me, and hope to see you guys there.
Yes, thank you. And before we wrap it up, I do want to say I have a really robust blog post of yours that I'm going to post in the group for everyone. It's on this same exact topic, and it goes like even more in depth than we went. So I'm going to post that in the group for everyone to look at as kind of just like a follow-up. And if anybody has any questions, we're going to be circling back to this video, just double checking. And if you do have questions, post them on the video or in the group, and we'll make sure to circle back to this video to answer any questions that you guys have.
Yes, and if you have any specific questions about any of the side hustles that I mentioned, do let me know. I know quite a bit about each one of them, so hopefully I can answer your questions. Or if you have any question about anything else, then that works too.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. And we will, we're going to get started making some money is what we're going to do.
Yes, it's the best. It's worth it. You're going to be so glad that you put yourself out there and worked extra hard to make some money. It feels so good.
I love that. Well, thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye, Kendall.